So we're going to talk about the slice serve, and it's really not that difficult. The difficulty is buying into it and holding the correct grip. And along with holding the correct grip, at least in the range of the correct grip, you have to have the ball toss somewhat in the right location. This is going to sound really corny, but the toss is the boss. It's the boss of your serve. You can only hit a certain place on the ball with a certain grip, and if the ball is in the right location. You're not just hitting a ball, you're really trying to hit different places on the ball with your strings so that the ball will do certain things, and that's how you hit spin. So I'll show you how they do that for a slice. So here's what I mean for hitting on certain places on the ball. If I want to hit a slice serve, that means I'm making the ball rotate like this, right? It's rotating quickly this way, and for a righty it's going to go right-left. For a lefty it'll go left-right. Its head's in the direction of where it's going to end up from the origin of the hit with the strings, because your edge is going to be going towards the ball, and it continues to spin, so it curves in the air, and then when it hits the ground it continues to curve in that direction. So it's really a great serve. I teach a slice serve first all the time because it makes people, even if you're a beginner, it makes people hold the right grip from the start. So when I'm going up to hit the ball and my grip is like this, my racket starts here. The tip of the racket's over here, and as I drop, my racket tip goes down. This is for any serve. This just isn't just for your slice serve. And now when I approach the ball, I'm trying to hit the ball on this sort of upper corner with my racket on the way up. I'm hitting it like this, up and over, right? This is the pronating. I'm not trying to hit the corner. Some people say 1 o'clock, right? Hit 1 o'clock. And I say that as well, except for it's confusing, because then people are trying to hit up here, and you can't hit up there. The ball's not going to go anywhere. So you're hitting in the direction of 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, let's say, as a righty, and the racket's going to approach the ball this way. And now we're just going to let the ball curve from right to left. The danger is you do it right, but you hit it 12 feet wide and you think you're doing it wrong. It's not. That's a good sign. It's the number one sign you're doing things right, is that the ball goes way to the left if you're a righty. You are on track and you cannot quit then. You just have to do it for a while, and then you learn how to aim. The best thing to do is just in your mind's eye, aim way to the right, and the ball will go into the box more often. Don't worry about why. Okay, so if I toss my ball for my slice serve back behind me, it's going to be really hard to hit this part of the ball, isn't it? Right? I can't really do that. And if I toss it over here, now I've got this, and you notice I'm totally powerless. If the ball's over here, I got this, so that's not something that's good. I can't derive any power to even get the ball to go over the net. So our best place for your slice serve is going to be in front of your right shoulder, a little further to the right than you'll be comfortable doing, and out in front of you. That's the easiest place to start, okay? And you notice I'm not twisting my wrist, I'm not doing anything. I'm just setting my grip, and I'm putting the ball toss where I want it, and I'm letting it go. That's it. Because the racket face does the work. The racket face is determined by how you hold onto your grip, and where your ball toss is going to either let that work or not. I think that's the easiest way to look at it. Okay? The most common thing that's going to happen is you're going to feel powerless, right? And that's usually because you're not used to what this grip feels like and how your arm is going to act. And usually the ball toss is in the wrong place, okay? It's too low, and it's usually too much in front of your nose, okay? Most ball tosses tend to arc right to left for a righty and left to right for a lefty. So this would be what I'm talking about, powerless. So you may feel like this when you do it, right? There's just nothing there. Ball toss is too low, it's in front of me. Even if I get up to it, it's kind of like, you just don't know how to do it. So go back to my pronating video. Just did a video about pronating. Work on pronating, because you got to get some racket head speed. And the only way you get your racket head speed is by pronating and sending that racket head to the ball quickly. Otherwise, yeah, you are going to be powerless, because you don't have that many strings hitting the ball anymore, right? This way, you have more strings, but now you got no wrist, right? Your wrist is where you're going to get tons and tons of power and spin, right, using your wrist. And now, since you don't really know how to use your wrist, because you've never used it before, you have to practice just doing this and figuring out what that is. That will help you a ton in getting this serve. So, just to recap, hold your modified Continental grip. Stand up close to the net. Start in abbreviated position. Toss your ball out in front, what you think is too far forward and too far to the right. If you have a toss master, you'll be able to tell. Most of the time people can't tell. They think it's in the right place, but what the ball has done is this, right? It started up over one of the circles out in front, but it ended up 3 feet to the left, okay? So we need to toss the ball up in the correct place, let it go. Notice my racket's coming up like this to the ball. And that's a slice serve. Nothing fancy. If you can hit a slice serve, then you're going to be able to hit a flatter serve. Then you're going to be able to hit a kick serve. You can do whatever you want. But if you only have a flat serve with grip, you're stuck with it for life. And if you want to excel at tennis, you don't want to be limited by a grip. Okay? So let's get out there and start working on it.